when you first started out in commercial real estate, at what point did you start Current Capital Group? Because, did you always know that you were going to be an entrepreneur within this business and end up building your own company? Or like, what was the first step that you made towards building that company?
I'm glad you asked that question because I love to tell guys your age the story. And the answer is no. So today I'm very lucky that I sit here and I have this tremendous company with tons of employees and we do great. We manage and lease properties for clients and we manage and lease the properties we own as well. But no, I didn't set out to do that. In fact, I didn't know even when I bought my first property that real estate would be my career. And far too many people at a very young age say, like that question I hear them asking high school kids sometimes, what do you want to do for a living, is insanity because you just don't know. You just got to kind of roll with it and find where your joy is. So even after I bought my first, my second, my third properties, I was still the stockbroker having a lot of fun. And I wasn't going to give that up because I was with a great group of guys having a lot of fun. Every Friday at 3 o'clock, we were out to the golf course. I couldn't have had that in real estate, but the real estate portfolio was building. So what happened is in 2000, the tech bubble burst and nobody wanted to touch stocks. And I was actually paying people to manage my properties more than I was able to earn. And I said, well, that's kind of nuts. I'm not going to do that. So that's when I pivoted over and said, I'm just going to manage my property full time. I'll get a real estate license. I'll go out and I'll do it myself and own and operate properties. But it kind of happened because the stock market blew up and that's how I went there. So when you're an investor, or actually when you're an entrepreneur, you don't necessarily know what the next step will be. You just got to keep taking steps and it'll lead you there. Now to fast forward, once I got in it and I started taking over, I knew I had to do more and people asked me for help and I started Current Capital Management back then over 20 years ago and I did more and more and more. And I loved it, and there's nothing else I would do. And people ask me, is there something else you'd want to do? Absolutely not. But if you asked me this when I was 22 or 23, I wouldn't even have known real estate. That's the truth.